Hello everyone. Today we are exploring the gates of Marrakesh, often referred as Bab, since in Arabic, Bab means door or gate. A gate is an opening in the outer wall of the Medina. The Medina of Marrakesh was surrounded by walls in 1126 by the Almoravid leader Ali ibn Yusuf, designed for defense purposes. At that time, Marrakesh was the capital of the Almoravid Empire, frequently attacked by groups like the Almohads, who eventually conquered the city. To allow access, gates were built into these walls. These gates were complex structures requiring one to turn multiple corners, enabling the Medina guards to monitor who enters and who exits. Additionally, a gate consists of several doors, not just a simple pass-through. Take for example the floor plan of Bab Dukala. Today these gates are no longer used, and simple openings have replaced them for traffic and pedestrian access. Firstly, how many gates are there? This question is somewhat challenging as the numbers has changed over the years. Defining a gate is also tricky, as the northern and southern boundaries of the Medina don't have distinct walls. By the end of the 12th century, the Kasbah was added to the south, along with new walls and new gates. Over time, some gates were sealed and new ones were created. Today, there are 19 gates in the Medina wall and 13 in the Kasbah wall. At least 4 known gates were removed from the Medina wall and at least 7 from the Kasbah wall. However, this video focuses on the Medina, leaving the Kasbah for another discussion. We will look at the 22 gates. 3 have been sealed. 1 was sealed and replaced by a new one, making it a current total of 19 gates. 2 in the north of the Medina are unnamed due to their lack of historical significance. 5 more gates, though named, hold little historical value. This leaves us with 12 gates of significant historical importance. Of these, Bab Naqoub and Bab Jdid were built in the last 100 years, and the remaining 10 gates are original from 1126. We will now examine these 22 gates, starting with one of the most famous in the Medina of Marrakesh, Bab Dukala, located in the west. Bab Dukala is a northwestern gate of the Medina. Its name, Dukala, was that of both a Berber tribe and of a region between Marrakesh and Casablanca today. The gate is also of Almoravid construction, built in 1126. But unlike many others, it has not been subject to major modification, at least in its floor plan, and retains its original sophisticated bent entrance design. The passage inside the gate bends at a straight angle twice. One enters from the west, turns south, then turns east before emerging into the city. Today the gate is flanked by other simple openings in the wall to the left and to the right, to allow for easy circulation. We will now proceed around the Medina counterclockwise and watch other gates from here. Next we move to Bab al-Arissa, also known as the Gate of the Bride, or Bab al-Arissa. This gate holds other names like Bab al-Aris, which means gates of the fiancé, and formerly it was known as Bab ar-Raha, which possibly means abundance or well-being. It's also a surname in Marrakesh. Located north of Bab al-Makhzen at an angle in the ramparts, it is another western gate dating back to the Almoravid period, 1126. Similar to Bab al-Makhzen to the south, it is flanked by octagonal towers and originally had a simple band passage, turning 90 degrees to the north. However, it has undergone modification since then. It was walled up in the early 20th century, but today features a simple opening for a local road. Following Bab al-Arissa, we explore Bab Naqoub. This is a more recent gate, created during the French protectoral period, between 1912 and 1956. Designed to connect the old Medina with the new city district developed by the French known as Guilise. Unlike the historical gates, Bab Naqoub is a large, open structure, essentially a gap in the wall, through which a major road now passes. This gate reflects a blend of historical significance and modern utility, marking the evolution of Marrakesh's urban landscape. Next on our tour is Bab al-Makhzen, one of the western gates of the city. located west to the Kutubiyya Mosque. It dates back to the Almoravid period, named after the palace Dar al-Makhzen, which existed near here in the former Qsar al-Hashar. The gate, flanked by an octagonal tower, has been much modified since its original construction. It initially featured a simple band passage turning 90 degrees to the north. But the gatehouse has since disappeared, leaving only a simple arched opening. In the early 20th century, the gate was walled up and closed, but today it serves as an exclusive entrance to a hotel area, accessible only to hotel guests. Continuing our exploration, we encounter Bab Jdid, which means the new gate, another recently added gate located to the west of the Kutubiyya Mosque, near the Mamounia Hotel and Gardens. Today a modern road passes through this large gate, which leads towards the Menara Gardens and the airport. If you are coming from the airport, you will likely pass through Bab Jdid. Our next stop is Bab ash-Sharia, the Gate of Justice or Law. Once the main southwestern gate of the city, dating back to the Almoravid period, located just west of Bab al-Rob. It was rebuilt in the Almohad period when Abu Yaqub Yusuf ordered his son Yaqub, the future Al-Mansur, to move this section of the wall further south to accommodate a new neighborhood for the city's growing population. This repositioning and rebuilding were done in August and September of 1183. The original location of this gate has since been blocked and is now occupied by the mausoleum of Imam as-Suhaili, one of the 7 saints of Marrakesh, though remnants of the gate can still be seen next to the mausoleum. A large open-air prayer area, or musalla, was once located outside the gate during the Almoravid and Almohad era, alongside a hippodrome for equestrian games and training, equipped with a pavilion for the Amir or Calypse viewing. Today this area is occupied by a large cemetery extending from Bab al-Rob. Continuing our exploration, we reach Bab al-Rob, a unique gate in Marrakesh positioned at a corner of the city walls. Historians are divided on its origins. Some believe it's of Almohad origin from the era of Yaqub al-Mansur, linked to its proximity to the Almohad Kasbah. However, some people argue for its Almoravid roots. It's also speculated that Bab Nefis, another historical gate named after the nearby Nefis River, was actually Bab al-Rob. This gate is associated with the Rob or Rub wine cultivated along the Nefis River, emphasizing its role in trade and regulation. Bab al-Rob's design includes a bastion with band passage entering from the north, making a 180-degree turn and exiting north again. This intricate design was altered over time. In 1912, French scholars noted a different wall configuration, with one doorway outside and one inside the city walls. This unique setup meant travelers had to navigate around the bastion to enter. Today, within the original structure of Bab al-Rob, there's a shop, and nearby a newer, simpler opening was created to allow the access for cars and pedestrians. Our journey brings us to Bab as-Saliha, one of the southern gates of the original Almoravid city, named after the Saliha Gardens south of the city. It was located where the Almohad Kasbah district was later developed. The creation of the Kasbah likely led to the disappearance of Bab as-Saliha, marking a significant shift in the urban landscape of Marrakesh during that period. The next gate in our exploration is Bab Yintan, a gate shrouded in historical uncertainty. Scholars have debated its identity and location, with some suggesting it may have been a southern gate of the city, possibly near the area that later became the Jewish Melo, on the east side of the Kasbah. However, Bab Yintan has since disappeared without leaving any trace. Another possibility is that it was another name for Bab Aylan, or more likely Bab Ahmad. This was half of the original gates. We will continue in another video with the missing doors. I hope you enjoyed and liked the video. I hope it was informative. There will be a part 2 with the still missing gates.